There we go. Hey everyone, sorry it took us a minute. My computer was not trying to cooperate with us, but we are here. Got Daddy. Got Cali right here. We'll sit up in a second, but we realized we haven't seen everyone in a while. We have been home since the 15th and just trying to get settled and trying to get Callie into a good place. And she's finally there, giving us some great smiles. And, she's watching basketball right now, but keeping her food down and sitting up. So as we shared with you, we will be back and share her when the time was right. And so it definitely feels like it is. Thank you all for the support. I see people are trickling in. So I'll wait for more people to come on into the room and join us for this epic live where you get to see my baby. Look at her. I think one of the hardest things is that she's having to kind of go back through all those milestones of mobility. So we had gotten so far with her walking and so we've had to start over, like she couldn't even sit up at first for about 30 seconds. And so now she sits up for 40 minutes and then she'll start scooting the last couple of days and then taking some steps, but still regain her strength. But we've already seen like such drastic changes in her face and just motor skills too. Like she's moving her mouth and lips. So it is a blessing to see that it's working, it's doing its job. But we had another family tell us the first 2 weeks are the hardest, and they were right.
The first 2 weeks.
We can't see you.
I know you kind of shut me out on there.
Well, I didn't want the light. There we go.
There's no light.
All right, guys, there you go.
The first two, I mean, it's still hard. Don't get me wrong. Like, yes, the first 2 weeks, the first week was the absolute hardest. The second week was a different kind of hard because we were home and we were adjusting to like, all right, what are her new signs and stuff, because she has separation anxiety, she has PTSD. And so now you want to put that over there where that cup is, that higher cup.
trying to get this. There we go.
The
PT. I wasn't expecting the separation anxiety, y'all.
And I wasn't expecting to cover this many days. Like that's just it's hard, varying levels of difficult, and it's gonna get even more difficult because now, like, as she's recovering more and doing more, we're gonna be caregiving more.
Yeah,
doing nights more, and doubling up with days more. And
I didn't even tell him that part. I guess we should say that. Like, it has been like good news, bad news, good news, bad news. I feel like we've just been being pulled so many ways. And so as she was starting to recover, then we got the news that one of our night nurses was leaving. We already knew another one was going to be leaving. So like starting this month, May, we have like 5 open nights at a time where she needs like the most care. So we're mentally trying to prepare for it. And we'll get into it, but we didn't have the most amazing experience at the hospital. It wasn't great. And I feel like there's so many things that add to it of why it wasn't, but I think it was hard for us with such a serious surgery. And she's old enough to kind of know like where are my mom and dad. And so as she was coming out of sedation, we were trying to be there as much as possible, but also preparing for her to get home. But they just didn't care for our girl the way that we expected them to. And we have like very high standards. And they
set very high standards. So let's be real. Like, our standards aren't because we set them. We were just expecting the level of care that we got when we were in there the first time.
Yeah. There's some turnover. I feel like with the pandemic, with nurses leaving the field, with new nurses coming in, it's definitely showing in the hospital setting. But I feel like, okay, when we get to 200 people, 202, we're there. Here we go. Everyone wants to see her. Come here, sweetie. Come say hi to everybody. Yeah, she was a little bit front. I think there's a little opening on the side. Can you unhook her? Actually, I got it. Say hi, everyone. Over here. Oops, sorry. Over here. Say hi. some smiles here and there. She's still adjusting to wearing her halo. She's been trying to turn and do things and realizing like, what's this thing on here for? The pain part, I would say, like, we're past that. I think it's just inconvenient. It's just in the way. Like, I've almost got my eye poked out a few times.
She stabbed me in my lip. Like she almost tripped, like right here. She almost busted my whole lip open.
But y'all, look at the profile. Like, as you can see, we moved her forehead up. Her eyes are protected now. Her lips come together. Say hi. Okay, but she likes to lay down a lot. So she's only going to sit up for so long. But I wanted to make sure you guys saw her. Yeah. The swelling's gone down. We're just dealing with some swelling in the eyes. She's still like, because we opened up so much space like behind her nose and mouth, a lot of drool, and she's trying to work on how to manage it all. Yeah, okay. But lots of cuddles, y'all. Okay.
Come back over here, sweetie.
Come on. Okay. Lots of cuddles. It's a lot of work to sit up with the halo on. Okay, I'm gonna put you back. Go hang with daddy. Want to get is it all set up? Say hi. Say, I'm gonna go lay down again.
So the commercial break is almost over. Come on, sweetie.
All right. You want the pillow on that side like this? Because she'll tend to be laying like that now. Okay, sweetie. You did so good. Can I get kisses? Mwah.
Is that better?
All right, there she is. So, yeah, she likes to sit up for only so long, and when she's up, it's like she needs something to entertain her. But I'm gonna go through some of the questions and just the comments. Oh, Cali, we love you. She's a daddy girl. Yeah, she's definitely a daddy's girl. Hey, T. Moffitt. Hey, Flora. Patrice, she's gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow. Look at my beautiful Cali. Thank you, Jessie. The flowers. Thank you, Eunice. Oh, beautiful Doyen. Hey, pretty baby. I'm happy that she is doing great. Thank you, Hermie. We are too. Oh my gosh, beautiful girl. Thank you, Donna. Hey, Sharon. Oh my goodness, how beautiful is she? Thank you. Thank you. She looks beautiful. I see the changes in her eyes and her lips. She can close. Praise. Yes, Gwendolyn. It's amazing. You should keep your standards high. We will. And so we filed a complaint and they're going to hear from us. They've already been hearing from us, but exactly. It was just ridiculous on some of the things. Like, y'all, like changing medicine and not checking with the provider. And so the medicine change impacted some of her ability to like keep her food down. So she was throwing up quite a bit. She lost 2 pounds while in the hospital. So that was really unfortunate. They didn't weigh her every day. So we were just like things that should be done. Standard things were not being done. And we were just really disappointed. And we're very involved parents. And we just felt like they weren't always hearing us the way they should have been. Let me give her a section real quick. I'm just reading the comments. All right. Let's see. I saw a question. Beautiful Doyen, when can she get her halo off? So great question. Last Monday, we stopped making the turn. So there's a video that's going to go live at 11:30, and it takes you through after her surgery, us kind of visiting. There are some gaps in the video just because when she wasn't doing well, when she was throwing up, we were just like, we can't film right now. And then you can see her home and the progression at home, but you'll also see us learn how to turn her halo. And so we had to turn it from that Friday after she was out of surgery until like 2 Mondays after. So 2.5 weeks or so. And then from last Monday, when we stopped, 2 months. So we'll be taking off the halo at the end of June. We don't have a set date. She'll have to go back in and open up the incision and remove it and probably just be in the hospital for one night. So really looking forward to that. And the pain part is gone. If anyone has had braces, that's what it's felt like the last couple of weeks. Every time we turned it twice in the morning and twice at night, and we were gaining like 1 millimeter each time we turned it. So it just kept like we're pulling the bone, and so you feel this tightness and this uncomfortableness. So we would give her Tylenol beforehand. But since we stopped the turning, we've noticed the swelling's gone down more, and now she's just kind of like adjusting to the halo. So we'll be excited to get that off. But the goal is we keep it on for an additional 2 months while the bone grows back. So if we were to take it off today, all the great work that we just did, the bone would revert back because that space is still there. But we want the bone to grow in. We opened up like an inch, almost an inch. If you guys have been following on my stories, I've been trying to post more there. And I have a video or clip from her x-ray that I really feel like shows
everything.
Right? Like we thought we saw all the amazing work, and then we saw the x-ray and we were like, wow, when you compare to like a week before the surgery and then just a few days after. Okay.
Yeah, tell them kind of what they're when you show it, tell them like how to interpret it.
Okay. So what you're looking at, you can see her mouth. You can see, let me make sure I'm holding it right. So right here, that's her upper mouth, her upper jaw. And those are all her teeth crammed into the open airway where her nose and airway would be. Over here is just a few days after surgery. Look at all that space. That is her nasal canal, all airway, I should say, going through her throat. Like, look at all that. Her teeth are up front now. That's why she can bring her teeth together now. Look at the forehead. It was flat before. Now it has this very nice little curvature to it. And that curve is what's giving her the protection over her eyes. And then you can even see that we changed the back shape of her skull. Yeah, it's rounder now. So now her brain is just like, oh, it can breathe. And so I think we're going to see a lot of like development cognitively after this too, because we just relieve so much pressure off of her brain.
Yeah, we typically just anyway after surgery, we typically see like a big change developmentally and cognitively, just because like Felicia's saying, it's like when you have all that pressure built up and now it can relax and now it can like focus. And so I won't be surprised if, again, like she's already starting to make the motions of talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like I won't surprise if we start hearing more sound, coming up, just because she's watching our mouths now. She's like really studying that. She's moving her tongue. She's putting her mouth together and like making sounds already. So yeah, like I think that, between that and just other things, like our girl is already, pretty smart. Like she picks up on things like that. Like literally she'll see you do it once. Like I remember the first day when she was probably like, I don't know, 2 weeks old, maybe a week old. I was like sticking my tongue out, and then she started doing it. Like we actually caught it on video when she first started doing it. She's just like, and then just again, like ever since then, she sees you do something and she does it.
Yeah. So we've been seeing her, like Rome was saying, like bringing her teeth together and making these little clacking noise. So that's the whole point. Everyone's like, why isn't she talking? She had no space. Like, as you see, as I'm talking, my mouth, my lips have to be able to come together and my tongue has to move. Everything was so cramped. She had no space to move. And so now she can bring her lips together. So we're actually going to start speech therapy next week and really get her into mimicking and understand how to move her mouth. So much of it is like, we've got to teach her. Like she hasn't been able to use anything here for 2 years. And so she's got to learn how that everything talks to each other. So it's going to be amazing. I see we got another 200 people in the room since we last picked her up. So I'm going to pick her up one more time in a couple minutes, so everyone else can see her, because I know that's the main reason.
Just not pick her up. I would just move the laptop right here.
Okay.
Just let her be.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I'll just move the laptop over so you can see her. You see Daddy. Okay. that's not.
Listen,
Hold on. I'm just gonna pick her up real quick.
Felicia,
She'll be fine.
Felicia, it just picked the laptop up and tilt it up like this.
Hi, sweetie. Hello, everyone. Here's our girl. Say hi. Say hi. So she likes to lay down, guys. I'm gonna get my cuddles. Can you come cuddle with mommy? Can you come cuddle with mommy? Come here. Come cuddle with mommy. Come get my snuggles. Lots of donuts, because these things. Say hi, everyone. Hey. You see yourself? I think it's a lot for her to process as well. Rome had put a mirror in front of her and she was clapping and smiling and just so like enamored, like, whoa, that's me. And I guess we'll have to leave in the comments. You see her now. Who do you think she looks more like? Rome, bring the face over here. Rome. Okay, see Rome? Or myself? In the comments. Who is she favoring now after the surgery? It's a little.
You gotta say Felicia, you're lying.
You can't say that. She got my lips though. Look at those juicy lips. Look at those juicy lips. Yay! Yay! She is your twin.
That's a lie.
Rome with Rome with your lips. She looks like Daddy. She looks like Felicia. She looks like a perfect combo from Team Offit.
Oh, here you go.
I would say
Team
both
Offit.
of you. Okay.
No,
him,
no.
But your pretty lips. I think she favors her mommy.
She doesn't.
Cali is your twin, Felicia. Her smile and the faces she makes are so you.
That's not.
Yes.
That's not true.
Her dad, her father, Daddy's little girl, Daddy thinks she looks more like Dad. She's a combo, Daddy. She looks like her dad. Okay, we're leaning towards Dad, which I'm fine with, but I got a few me's.
That's the truth.
I think that once we take the halo.
Sunday, you guys are telling stories on a Sunday. She don't be looking like her.
You hear what they say? They say you look like Daddy. They say you look like Daddy. What do you think about that? Clap if you want to look like mommy. Clap, 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 clap. Yeah, I want to look like mommy. Okay, it's okay because I look like my dad, and I know girls look like their daddies, right? All right, it's in. She communicates with us. She's ready to come back in for the cuddles. All right, y'all. Yeah. Again, we just appreciate all the love. We'll be back. We'll be on here for 5 more minutes, and then our Monobloc Part 2 vlog will go live. And we'll premiere it. And again, it's us in the hospital. One second. It's us in the hospital and then us getting home. And for those who weren't on here earlier, the hospital wasn't the best experience. And there was moments where she was throwing up quite a bit. So we didn't film as much. So it won't look as like put together as usual. It's kind of like a compilation of everything that happened over the last 2 weeks. So hope you enjoy it. You can see how strong this girl is. Oh, okay, Team Offit. Thank you for the super thanks.
Hey, super thanks.
Thanks, Team Offit. We appreciate it so much.
We appreciate all that.
Yes. Gigi's on here. My granddaughter looks like both of you. Hearts. Yeah, that's Rome's mom.
Now you're telling stories. She doesn't.
You don't want this on her? Okay. But yeah. It's been a journey, and I feel like we're through the very hard part, and now it's just a matter of kind of getting into adjusting. And the one question I've been getting a lot, her eyes. So before her eyes sat forward, and we had to stitch the corner of them. That's called dysphorisy, because the eyelids were being so stretched that they would roll behind her eye. So we stitched them. And then now that they have all the protection, the skin is very like baggy and droopy. And those stitches are now kind of like making it hard for her to open her eyes fully. So when we get the halo off, we're also going to open up those stitches. It's just what they did was stitch it, and then the skin kind of adhered to each other. Like they just kind of formed to each other. So we're going to open them up. And then I think that's going to be a game changer too for her as far as her vision. And then we've been told that the skin over the eyelids will tighten up over time. But if they don't fully tighten up, there's other surgeries you can do. But that's more like cosmetic and down the road. And that even like when we get the halo off, her face still will settle for the next couple of months. So yeah, we've been both talking about how it's just been hard to kind of adjust to the different faces. You know, like we knew the change was going to be big. It just happened so fast. And then I think at first when she wasn't quite smiling and her personality wasn't there, it was just like, whoa. But from birth to now, like we've done so many different surgeries on her skull, and each time she gets out of it, her face kind of evolves and changes because the skull is like forming around the brain. Kathy, she gets the halo off late June, 2 months from last Monday. So we're at 7 weeks now. So the week of June 20th, we don't have an exact date, but that week we will take the halo off right in time for summer, which I'm super excited about, to get outside. She's taking her socks off. Yeah, but again, we just appreciate the love. This is our most watched live. Y'all showed up for us, and we just love it. We love you all for it. We love this community. It's grown tremendously. And I still, just give you a heads up, I still have some videos that I filmed before Monobloc that will be coming out. So you'll see over the next few weeks kind of like a combination of pre-surgery, post-surgery. But as the months go by, you'll see more vlogs of Cali with the halo on. I just going back to work, and we don't have a whole lot of time sometimes to film. So don't be confused and think, wait, I'll have to put pre-surgery in it. But yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Right. So today's vlog that is live after this is the surgery. And then you'll see another video where it's her before the surgery. So it goes back and forth. But yeah. Okay. It's 11:30. We're going to just go straight to live. So stay here. Oh, sorry. Straight to the premiere of our Monobloc part 2 vlog. So stay here, and it will redirect you over. And we'll try to do these weekly lives on Saturday or Sundays just to check in.
On both YouTube and Instagram.
Oh, yeah. We did a live on Instagram. So make sure you're following Rome Johns on IG. Love you all. Bye.